though. Say the wrong words, yep, and get your jaw broke, low. No, I ain't banging, but I'm still from the gang, though. Yeah, still from the gang, though. I don't know nothing but the rep the side. 100 years old, I had the same old pride. Born in the life of a blue bug gangster. I came up with the real bros, not no gangsters. Stump down shooters that'll do you on sight. A lot of my foes dead and doing life. The love don't stop, I still love the block. And even though I'm grown, still throw up the zone. And a bust that home if it really was on. Cause we the set of the century. Bet you they mention me. I got about the games, I ain't wanted to pinch me. Life plus 50 just ain't for me.
Alright, so who am I sitting with today?
You sitting with today you sitting with Fat Mike, the player. You know what I'm saying? And slash Fat Dogg, the banger. Not a banger no more, but that was my banger name, Fat Dogg.
Alright, so we in Opac Park right now, so alright, so what y'all used to rep in Opac Park?
The Opac, you see it right here on my thing? You know what I'm saying? The Opac, 1991.
That's when it started?
30 years ago, yeah. Yes, it did.
So
that was the first time we ever screamed it out.
So can you tell me how that happened?
How did we come up with the Opac?
Yeah.
Bud was in the world, or the world of the, it probably was the world of the crusade. It wasn't the post. We was in the post too, and they put it in there. They said O'Fallon Park area community. And me and my homeboy, God rest his soul, one low, we in the basement. We like, man, you see this? You heard me? And we came up with Opac. I brought it to his attention, started riding with it.
So what was the article about that had y'all in the world at the time?
The war, we was at war with College and Carter, 6 dudes.
And that's CNC, right?
That's CNC.
And can you tell me how that started?
That started from, right here, 2 streets over. This hers right here, then fire. Lost a homeboy named Scary Terry. Name was Cameron Wider. And he got killed the night the Boys in the Hood came out, July 12, 1991. And he got killed. We was on our way to go to the show to see the movie. We was anticipated on the show about a month and a half. You know, he used to call me Doughboy back then because I had a curl. And I used to wear a Detroit hat all the time. Like Doughboy used to wear. Yeah. And he was just laughing, a guy that was full of joy and laughing. But that's how the war started. Scary lost his life July 12, 1991.
So what was the situation around that?
Why did he lose his life?
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, some cats from my neighborhood was just kind of deboing people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, they was kind of taking people's shit. They didn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because my hood was most dominant in this northside area. Some people might say, oh, I'm telling you the truth. My hood was most dominant in this whole area. So I think we had the most members in our gang at the time. And they was just taking people's shit. They was wrong for that. But that kicked off a war. He didn't have nothing to do with it. But he was just a person that caught the, you know what I'm saying? Caught the blues behind it.
So that's when the Crips, so was the Crips together at that point, or did they divide?
Yeah, we was cool with them, but we had an incident right up here with somebody from College and Carter disrespected my homeboy niece, and he got to shooting at them right here, and one of them fell in the lake. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
But if the war didn't kick off then, that was in 90. A couple months later, see, I wasn't even tripping off all the stuff. It was just something that just happened because we was more focused on the Bloods because we was into it with the Bloods too at the time. And the guy who shot at him, he ended up getting shot like up in September, but that probably was around this time it happened in 90. He got shot in September. It still didn't kick all the way off. I got shot like a month later. We started acting a fool after that. And then them guys who shot us up, one of them got locked up, and they ended up coming through and killing Scary, man. You know, just stuff was building up.
Right.
Everybody in the hood didn't have nothing to do with it. It was just a couple of people, and that led to a war. Because once you lose a homeboy, nobody don't want to hear nothing no more.
So what all Crips divided in that war? Was it just the 6 deuce and the...
And the 6 O's and the 1-9.
So those was the only ones involved in that war.
Yeah, that was the only war at that time. In that day, it wasn't nobody else was relevant at the time. It was other sets. But us in College and Carter and Adelaide, we was the strongest thing running around through this north side and this on this end.
Mm. So once the so all right, so let's go back before that. So what was the first years that you saw the gangs come to the city?
They started migrating out here probably in '88. Well, nah, they started migrating out here by '86.
Mm.
Yeah, because Big Mo from Six Deuce, he was coming down from Cali. He lived in the College Quarter area. He the one who turned the College Quarter area out to Six Deuce. Him and his little brother Tone.
And
So
the
they moved. Huh?
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but the Six Deuce is East Coast Crip, right?
Right.
Okay. And what happened after that?
For us when they started migrating in.
Yeah. Like how did they start coming in after that? Like the
After Colors.
Mm.
After Colors, everybody started getting like intrigued with the gang stuff. You know, because everybody wanted to be a part of something.
right.
But you know, and my best friend was putting me up on Crip in '86, but I didn't start Cripping in '86. He went to Juvenile, which was a DYS program, and Colors had came out while he was in there. And everybody was running around talking, I'm Hoover, I'm Crip, I'm this. They ain't know no sense. They were just claiming whatever, you heard me?
Yeah.
And when he got out, that's when I got involved, because he gave me the rundown on the everything. I wouldn't get involved until I found out what was what. Yep. That was 1988 when I got involved, like the winter of 1988.
So how so what Crips was in the city around that time? Like what Crips came to St. Cause
Came
now,
to St. Louis?
Yeah, because now,
but you know, 6 O's was out here, Fielding was out here, the 19s was out here, Tubby and 30D and all of them. And then, like I say, you had 6 Dukes out here. You even had some 5 Trey Avalons was out here. You got some 9 O's was out here. Big Africa. That's what Chris was telling you about in the interview.
right.
You understand what I'm saying? He didn't want to say their names, but I said Big Africa, he gone. He can see sure.
Okay.
Him and his big brother Lonnie. That's that's the homeboy D-Lo. You know D-Lo?
Yeah, I met him.
Yeah, so that's D-Lo big cousin. You're,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And you had some Hoovers out here, like I said, and some Avalons out here. It wasn't too many, but 6 O's was prevalent. And Long Beach was prevalent too. And Hoover.
And the Long Beach is the 19s, right?
19s, yeah.
So what set was the Hoovers? What set of Hoovers was out here?
7-4.
So in Cali, the Hoovers and the like 6 O's really don't get along.
Really, they was cool like in the 70s. They was cool like when it was, back then. But they've been centric for a long time with each other.
So did they bring that here, or was the St. Louis?
Did they bring the set trip here?
Right.
Amongst them?
what
They probably
they
wasn't
had.
seeing each other. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't like that. When they came in town, bro, they was trying to tip through.
Right,
They
right.
wasn't trying to burn it up. Because they was coming with drugs.
Right.
They wasn't trying to be out here gang banging, They was claiming they hood, but they wasn't out here set tripping.
So what about the drugs? Like you said, they brought the drugs, or when did that start popping off in St. Louis? When the crack hit, or was it already big drugs going on?
Yeah, that's when when the rocks came through, they the ones that had, you know what I'm saying? That's why the dope was coming from California. But then you start seeing people. You got some kitchen Crips out here too. I don't want to dispose of the kitchen Crips too. You had Big Smokey them from the kitchen. They came out here with Tone them from 6 Dudes. They all East LA Crips, so they came out here together. I used to cop dope from Smokey them. They was 8-7 kitchen Crips, and since St. Louis is small, they never really wanted to burn it all the way up. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it was the spot that a lot of them wanted to come to. Because here in St. Louis, it ain't Hollywood.
Yeah.
We'll let you be who you are here.
So what about the Bloods? When did they come into the picture?
Around the same time, they started coming out about 87, 88.
So when it first hit, I heard some people say it was more Bloods in the city. Some people say it was more Crips. Which one would you say it was more of? Just by
I'm
them?
a Crip. So, it was more Crips.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? It's more Crips in Cali. So, it was more Crips here. know. But it was crazy that it was divided up because it's Bloods on the north side and it's Crips on the west side. But predominantly on the north, it's Crips. Predominantly on the west side, it's Bloods. Even though it's Bloods on the north and it's Crips on the west.
Correct. So did they ever? So how did they